And speaking of my mom's Tyrol Blue GTO, it didn't have air conditioning, and when our family moved from Ohio to Florida, my mom drove around Florida for almost 5 years with no air conditioning. So we were visiting my grandmother in Orlando. Dad's reading the classifieds paper and he spots a 1968 Shelby GT500KR for sale in the paper with factory AC. So I hopped in the car with him. We met the guy at a supermarket parking lot and we bought the car. It only had maybe 15 or 17,000 original miles on it. Clean, used Shelby for 2,000 bucks. And it had functional air conditioning. So this became my mom's daily driver, and this is the car right here. Still have it today. There's a whole long story that goes with it as far as the term that she drove it, and then we socked it away, and yada, yada, yada. The 80s and the 90s happened, but in 2010, I had Jeff and Lloyd Brecky down in Bartow, Florida, Brecky's Auto Restorations, completely go through the car and restore it into the condition it is today. It was a nice car always. The car never had a speck of rust. It still has all the original interior. I just wanted it to be perfect because this was my mom's driver. She used to let me sit on the console when I was a kid and steer it through the neighborhood. So when it comes to cars that I'm sentimentally attached to, this Shelby is very, very high on the list. And then we've got plenty of Mustangs all around here because Mustang parts, we started out selling Thunderbird parts, 55 to 7 Thunderbird parts in the basement of our house. That's what my dad knew, and that's what he started with. But as soon as that started to take off and he realized that he had a sustainable business, he was like, what's the next big thing going to be? And this is in the late 70s, and he chose the classic Mustang. And that's what really rocketed NPD into the cycle to where we could afford and bring in other lines. And then we went to the GM side and did Camaro and Chevelle, and then we hopped back and we did Ford pickup trucks, and then we started doing Pontiac parts. But we've got a lot of Mustangs here just because it kind of all, the whole fire was fueled by selling Mustang parts in the 1980s.